I don't even know what that was that I just did. If you're in the chat, then you need to click the like button now. There is nothing better than that. Free YouTube music that is MJF's music. All right, so I've been saying this for a couple of weeks, or I've been saying this for weeks and weeks, actually. Actually, pretty much ever since just after CM Punk left or debuted in WWE. Right around when CM Punk debuted in WWE, I said what I'm about to say. I'm going to reiterate it and sort of like mold it now. I've already said this, but I want to sort of mold it into like, we're starting to see more proof of it more and more, if that makes any sense to you, and I don't know exactly what it means. And maybe it's a little bit tinfoil hat, maybe it's a little bit conspiracy, you know, you could say that potentially, but I don't know, man. I got some feelings, though. I feel like we're starting to get valid proof of what I'm about to say. And I'm going to say in a minute, but first, if you guys can please hit that like button for Joe Cronin, a man with 3 kids who's balding, but I got a big one down there ready to go. Also, tonight I saw Willy Wonka. No spoilers, but I will tell you what I thought about the movie really quickly because I know that some of you guys might care. Maybe you saw the movie already, but I'll talk about that a little bit later. But real quickly, I think that it's possible that Tony Khan is afraid to use WWE past talent. I'm serious. I think Tony Khan is starting to actually take out his anger at all the former WWE talent because I think he's paranoid that they will flip-flop back to WWE, and I'm dead serious about that. I'm serious. Think about it. First, Tony Khan couldn't wait to steal, grab, or pick up anything that had any trace of WWE. He wanted everything that WWE had. But now, and over the past, really since Cody Rhodes even left, but over the past year especially, we've seen Tony Khan become very weird with previous WWE talent, and I mean committed WWE talent. Now, Tony Khan isn't this way as much with guys like, say, like Samoa Joe. The reason is because I think Samoa Joe didn't work well in WWE, and Samoa Joe has that TNA background and all this other really big lineage in other places. You know, he had a brief time in WWE. Actually, it was a fairly good amount of time, but it never stood out. He still feels like he's one of the indie guys, the New Japan, the TNA, whatever the case may be. And so I think for that reason, Samoa Joe's okay. I even think that maybe Bryan Danielson might be okay too because he's got something there. But I'm telling you, man, the people that were made the more you were made in WWE only, the more it seems like Tony Khan is a little bit afraid to use you or paranoid. And I think he is. I think he's worried that, hey, if I give these guys a bunch of TV time and airtime, well, they're going to leave and go back to WWE, and then there'll be this big buzz about why they left. So instead, I think he's quietly choking out any WWE talent that he feels he may not really want to sign again, or he feels that may go back to WWE, right? Like, we know, I think he thinks Swerve Strickland is going to be his star, even though Swerve was in NXT. So I think he thinks Swerve is his. I think he thinks Samoa Joe's his. But people like Saraya, Paige, I think she's been treated like crap. You know what I mean? Paige has been treated like a second thought, somebody that's a leftover. That's what she's been like. Everybody click that like button, stick the thumb up my ass if you guys can. And listen, if you really want to support the channel, first of all, we got to get more than 23 likes, but what's up? But if you really want to support the channel, go to patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show and become a patron. And if you really want to become a producer, I'm looking for producers to join the Patreon at the $25 a month producer tier. So we'd love to have you become a producer. But you can become a $1 or $2 patron. That's $1 or $2 a month. If you can afford $1 or $2 a month. If you don't like Patreon and you don't want to use Patreon, you can certainly just click below and become a member down below here. Get all the access to the bonus stuff here on YouTube and get the little green icon like Luis Urdaneta in the chat has, and get all the picture icons and all the bonus stuff on YouTube. But there's just a lot of stuff on Patreon more. So shout out to the $25 producers: Ghost from the Coast, Alex O'Donnell, Matt Rossmeyer, Drew Bar 100, Sith Negan, James Beggs, and Stevie O, Dion Edwards, Colonel Stutters, Snarkbait, Alan Stober, Brian Jardine, John Wood. Not sure if everybody's still a producer this month and if there's maybe a few new ones. But if you can, become a $25 producer, and we'd love to have you. Of course, Ghost from the Coast is like in the $100 spot, and so isn't Sith Negan. So thank you to them. And, of course, Sith Negan dropping bombs the other day with Allison, D. Welsh, and everybody else. Get wet. What's up, Colonel Stutters? Yes. Get wet. Say something stupid if you want. Use the Streamlabs link pinned to the top of the stream if you want to drop something on the show or say something about AEW, WWE, or anything else. It's up there. Feel free to use it. And phone lines are open just like last week and the week before. 339-226-6610. If you can't afford to rob a bank and donate live to the show, you could probably call. You could call me live if you want to, and I'll entertain you for a few seconds. Tony Khan definitely needs help, period, bottom line. And if he doesn't want help, he's a clown himself, says J-Rod. Well, there's a lot of criticism going on at AEW right now, and our buck-toothed friend Solimo interviewed MJF about that and got some pretty good sound clips here. Listen to this.
You're the longest reigning AEW world champion of all time. Tony Khan, your boss, just the other day at the Final Battle Scrum, made a comment. He likes to call AEW the challenger brand.
Sure.
He also said that to be AEW is to be under constant attack.
Yeah.
Do you agree with that? And if so, why do you think that is?
Yeah. Well, here's why. I'm actually going to relate this to Judaism because I'm very good at my job. When you think about why people hate us and why we constantly get attacked, it's because we're different. And being different makes people uncomfortable. I genuinely feel
By the way, he's getting kind of bashed about this, bringing up the Jewish stuff. I just want to say, I may be mistaken, but I think this is taking place at a Jewish awareness or ceremony, or like leaders in the Jewish community, something like that. So him rolling this question into that, not only does it work, but it's also related to what I think he's there for. I could be wrong. I know he was in Foxborough, Massachusetts, MJF. MJF was in Foxborough, Massachusetts a little while ago, just right up the road from me. And he was doing a thing with Jewish celebration something or awards. I don't remember what it was. But so anyway, just before, he's been getting hate about that. I don't get it. But I think he's got a great answer. I think his answer makes perfect sense, and I probably should let him say it now. But I'm sorry. I just want to add that context here.
It's because we're different. And being different makes people uncomfortable.
That's true.
I genuinely feel the reason that a lot of the time you'll find a lot of, and don't get me wrong, there is most certainly constructive criticism online, genuinely. But you'll find a lot of non-constructive criticism online. Just wild, irredeemably messed up shit that people are saying that is either untrue or just mean, you know? And I think the reason that's happening is Monday Night Raw is the longest reigning episodic television show of all time. Correct or incorrect, Silent Monster? Correct. Right? We have only been around for what, 4.5 years? That's new. That's different. And what's different? Different scares people. So I actually do agree, for once, with Tony Khan's assessment. And I think that's the issue. I think the issue is we're fresh, we're new, we feel dangerous to people. And I kind of get off on that because I get to be the world champion of that danger and of that change, just like I get to be a champion of the Jewish people.
That is got to be that's a fire answer. I'm sorry, bro. I think what MJF just did is talk about a politician, bro. That was a fire answer by MJF. He literally gave an honest answer, brought up the company, made them look kind of like the victims, but the good guy, but not victims, but I don't know, bro. He just painted that picture so well. And then he even tied it into the whole Jewish thing that we were talking about earlier. But he also acknowledged the criticisms. He also said, like, hey, there's criticisms, and those are fine. And then he sort of was acknowledging, the people online that really shit on the company in not an honest way. Like, listen, I bash everybody. I bash WWE, I bash AEW, and I love it. Listen, if I'm bashing you, it probably means that I either love you or at some point I loved you, right? And it means that I still want to love you. If I'm bashing something, it usually means I still want to love it. I may not love what they did recently. I may not love it right now, but it means that I care enough that I'll love it again at some point, probably, right? So, like, sometimes I say stuff that might be considered that evil, toxic, or bad, or whatever, over the line, irredeemable, I don't know. But, like, I choose to think that he's talking about the people that are just literally don't. Like, they made an account to hate AEW regardless of anything. They will never like anything. They will dunk on everything, and that's all they do. They do it to WWE. People do it to AEW. People do it to anything. So you really have to try to decide where you are. Now, I feel like I'm in the middle. I feel like I'm somewhere in the middle. I feel like there's constructive criticism people. I think there's just literal hateful people that aren't real. They're just fucking evil, and that's all. And then I think there's people that criticize, and they take it far, and they take it too far. And I'm probably the guy in the middle that takes it, I don't know if you call it too far, but I'm the guy in the middle that's aggressive, right? I am going to criticize the product, and I'm going to be aggressive about the way I criticize the product. So I'm going to kind of criticize the product in a dick way, in a dickhead way. But I don't think that I'm going to actually just hate everything to hate, right? Those are trolls. Nobody can really be a criticizer or an opinionist or what's the word? A pundit, right? A critic. You can't really be a pundit and a critic if you're just going to bash everything, right? Just like you really can't be a pundit and a critic if you sort of just love AEW like Dave Meltzer does. You really can't take him seriously anymore, right? Who can? Nobody can. Whose house? Swerve's house. By the way, if you guys want, click the like button, stick that thumb all the way up there, share this video all over the place, and tweet it out all over the place to your mom, your dad, your father, your brother, your sister, your mother. Go on Facebook, tweet it out at everybody. Exit out. What do you call it? Exit out? Suck it. Is that Twitter now, bro? Twitter's now DX. Why is everybody upset about this? You know what I mean? I mean, bro, X marks the spot. Like, don't you love X, dude? It's literally D-Generation X. You gotta love it. We gotta come up with a new DX theme for X because it's amazing. I mean, these guys played the DX theme live. Look at this. What happens here? Wow, they're dressed like Macho Man and Ric Flair and Hogan. Pretty good. I wasn't so good. In the chat, hit the like button, but also the Streamlabs link is up above if you want to donate, or use Super Chat down below, or become a member. But make sure you click the like button at least, because at least we can get to 69 likes tonight. So anyway, back to what was the point? Well, I don't even remember what my point was. My point is that, what the fuck was my point? I lost my point. God damn it. God damn it, I lost my whole thing. Anyway, whatever. Oh, X gonna give it to you. Oh, that's a great one. That could be the, oh man. Wouldn't it be great if when you clicked on Twitter or X, when you clicked on X and it opened, like it was the DMX song for like 2 seconds. You know what I mean? Like it's like 15 seconds. Like just a hype, like every time you opened up X, Twitter, it's like, oh hell yeah. You know what I mean?
X gon' give it to you. X gon' give it to you. He gon' give it to you. X gon' give it to you. He gon' give it to you. X gon' give it to you.
And that's it, like a stinger. Oh my God, can you imagine that? Dude, every time you open the app, or you could set it to every time you open the app for the first time after not being on X for like 6 hours. So if you haven't been on X in 6 hours, like you can reopen it again. It's not going to do it again, right? But like every time you've taken 6 hours, so that way when you wake up, it's going to do it. A little bit later if you haven't been on it. So it's always like a new exciting thing when you open. Like you're getting hyped up every time. Elon Musk, get on that. Start texting the estate of DMX. Rest in peace. It sucks. I can't believe he's dead, but hit him up, man, because I opened that on my computer. And I'm like, let me check Twitter or X. Let me check X and see what's up today. I don't know if I want to. Oh, shit. And it's like this graphics. And then like at the end, you just get that. And then the X comes up in Zoom. And then an explosion happens. And then it fades out. And then you're on X. Oh, my God, bro. Bro, I'd be like... Every single time X starts, I'm going to get excited. I'm going to get excited. God damn, this is a great idea. Why don't I work at X? Oh, I know why. Because I don't want to live in San Francisco fecal matter. San Francisco's fecal matter. I don't know why I don't know what words I just said, but they all combined into something that doesn't sound like a real word. Chris Jericho's been getting criticized. Speaking of AEW getting criticized, and MJF talking about the criticism of AEW, which we should get MJF on this show, to be honest, after all the great people we've had on here. But he's already champion now, so I can't make him the champion. He's already champion. But if we get MJF on this show, chances are in the next year he'll go to WWE and become champion there, because that's the type of effect we have on people on this show. Cody Rhodes, Drew Galloway, and so many others. If I died tomorrow, everyone would say I'm one of the greatest of all time. That's true. And you know what? 70% of people love Jericho. You know? It's only like 30% of people criticize Jericho, right? People that don't watch AEW, that hear about Jericho, they criticize Jericho now. People that don't like Republicans, that are extreme left-wing, they don't like Chris Jericho, and just the trolls, because he's older. Now he's like old. So then these are all probably people that are like, don't be a sexist, don't be an ageist, and all these things. But they're on there crapping on Jericho about like, oh, he's old, look at how fucked up he looks. Yeah, no shit, he's older, dude. But he's also one of the most giving and donating people ever to so many things. The guy's great. And I agree that Jericho is, working on his last leg and really needs to change a lot of his wrestling style, I think. But he knows what he can do. What do I know? What do I really know? I don't know what Jericho's capable of. I can only tell you that from my vantage point, I understand he looks like he's slowing down a bit, which is fine. He's at that age where that's going to happen. And he definitely should wrestle a more Hulk Hogan style. He should definitely only be, I think Jericho should only be out there in big match situations, and or unless he's the leader of a faction again as a bad guy. I just think he's not built at this point. Jericho is not built to go out there and have like Suzuki Fukushima versus Jericho, where Jericho is trying to keep up with some 30-year-old guy who's doing moonsault flips and all these flippity flops all over the place, and Jericho's trying to match it like he's in his heyday, and that happens, and then he's going to get hurt or busted up and things look sloppy. Just that does not need to happen. And then, Jericho's going to try to do it because he's like, listen, I'll show everybody, and I got to be the guy. And he's that good. But it's like, dude, you can't go out there with Suzuki Fukushima and Suzuki Fukunama and whatever else and try to do this lion salt thing. Don't do that. Jericho needs to morph into the newest character. And I think it's come time now. Like, forget the Painmaker, forget all the other things. I think it's time for Jericho to become like the legend. And I don't know what you want to call that. Like, what do you call it? The legend, the box office, the Hollywood star, the Hollywood Hogan. Like, what do you call it? You know what I mean? He can't call himself the Icon because that's Sting. But what can Jericho call himself out there in the ring? It should be a name that's like a play on like old legends. Didn't he call himself the Alpha Dog at one point or something like that? Like even that could have been it, but it would be something like that. You know what I'm saying? I can't think of the name right now, but if I was sitting down with Jericho, I'd be like, dude, it's time for you to morph into your final form. And the final form is, you're going to become this like a guy who barely ever wrestles. And I think that, and it's almost like playing on this old wrestler stereotype. And I don't know what you would call that. Like, I don't know. It would be something. It would almost be something derogatory in a way, or like, you could just be the legend. Could be the legend Jericho. The monolith. That's a great one, Colonel Stutters. That's a great one. That's not what I'm thinking about. I'm thinking about like a word that would clearly say like I'm the old like Hogan and Ric Flair and whatever you want to call like that. But the monolith is that's a good name, man. What, Alexa, give me some other words for, is Alexa not plugged in? Oh, maybe the flood took out Alexa. Holy shit. I might have lost Alexa in the flood. I didn't know that. Well, who's going to do math for me, guys? Do we have any, if you guys want to donate, use the donation link. I don't know if anybody's donated yet, but feel free to do it and help out the show, if you want. Other words for wrestling legend. The gimmick. It could be something like that, like the gimmick. I don't know. It's got to be really good. Oh my! Wouldn't it be funny if he or how about this? This is different. I'm not thinking about this. I was thinking like the legend or the king or something, but we have a million of those. But like, what if Chris Jericho called himself the babyface, but he was a scumbag? You know what I mean? Or the ultimate babyface, but he was the opposite of that. So he was like the babyface Chris Jericho or something like that, and he was like, I am the legend, I am the most well-known babyface in the history of wrestling. Hit that guy in the head with a chair, like that sort of thing. But no, I don't know if that would work. But you know what I'm saying? Like another word for like the last legend or whatever you want to call it. Maybe the last. It could be like the last professional wrestler or the last wrestling legend. It could be the last wrestling legend, something like that. It's something like that. We're on the idea of it. We still got to think of it. But you know what I mean? Like Jericho needs to go into that phase where like he's Hollywood Hulk Hogan. He's like just this sort of older guy. He barely wrestles, and he needs to shorten the move set, punches, kicks, walls of Jericho, code breaker, and that's about it. The Judas effect, and certainly the Judas effect is great because that's those type of moves. And he has these matches that are more built on the character and the story. And he needs to stop wrestling weekly or every other week or a couple times a month. I think the guy should be literally reserved for pretty much just pay-per-views. And I know that there's only like 4 or 5 in AEW, but whatever, so be it, bro. Be a character weekly. The Genesis, Chris Jericho. That's pretty good. But Genesis isn't Genesis the beginning? Isn't Genesis mean the beginning? Genesis is something at its beginning and birth and creation. Yeah, so it's like something at its end. Or finish. Like the end. It's got to be something more like scumbaggy though. I really still can't think of it. He needs to be the next Brain. Yeah, maybe that. Maybe he could go into like a manager phase. I mean, I could see that too, but I just think Jericho could really benefit from, being this sort of like mega thing, this mega legend, the Requiem Chris Jericho. Something like that, maybe, yeah. Maybe he could be like the Requiem. I don't know. We still don't know how Lana's doing, which is concerning because Lana or CJ Perry went into the ER, and we've been talking about this for days now. Very weird and scary. I don't know how she got this. I would be very interested in the story about this later. I've been in the ER and hospital for we talked about this last night, but for over 50 hours. The infection has gotten worse, and I'm going into surgery tonight. Please keep me in your thoughts and prayers. I feel horrible for her. This is crazy. She got an infection in her finger, and now she's going into surgery. And I don't know what the surgery is going to be. I'm assuming that they're cutting out the infected area off her finger. So I'm betting they're going to cut a piece of her finger off and, you know what I mean, and then tape it up. I don't know what else could be happening here. You know what I mean? I mean, they've given her antibiotics, they've given her injections and stuff like that. It's spread up her arm and to some of her other parts of her hand, it looks like. She said in a previous tweet. So I don't know what they're doing here besides cutting out that infected area. And I don't know what type of infection this is. What type of infection is it? Is this a staph infection, an unknown infection, a well-known bacterial infection, a MRSA? I don't know. I don't think it's MRSA because it would be really crazy. If it was MRSA, if that were MRSA, they may hack that finger right off. But also, if the infection it won't go away, I mean, you could lose a finger, right? So I don't know what's going on. And this was December 18th, and we thought maybe yesterday we'd get some update. But it's now December 20th, and we still don't have an update. I almost feel like a lot of people aren't talking about this quite a bit. Like, this is that's an intense situation when you go from like, oh, yep, antibiotics, cleaning a wound, injections, and I've been in the hospital for 3 days, and none of that worked, and now you're going into a surgery for the finger. Like, that looks really crazy. Like the black right there, what the hell is that? And then I see the hole there, and I'm like, okay, I see this hole. Is this where it's from? I don't know. I don't know what happened to her. I don't know what happened. If anybody knows, I don't know. She didn't specify. I don't know if she stuck her hand in a nail, cut her finger, or something penetrate. I don't know. I think about it anytime I ever get a cut. Anytime I get a small cut, a little cut, my kids get a cut, I'm always right there with the rubbing alcohol. My kids hate it. My daughter screams like, please don't put the thing on. And I'm like, listen, you don't know what you just stepped on or whatever. So I'm going to throw and you don't know. But, dude, that is rough. That is rough. So, like, you got to be careful, bro. Like, my daughter got a splinter the other day. She stepped on something, and it went in her foot. And I was like, we got to get that out. We got to wash it. And she wouldn't let me do it. And I forced her, like, jam this thing in the hole. Like, and I'm like, you got to get that out. Like a splinter, a cut, anything. It happens all the time. And so I'm always telling my kids, like, you got to let me do this. You have to let me take it out. You have to let me clean it. Like, it's got to be done because you don't know what the hell that, whatever. And it's freaky, bro. It's freaky how you can, like, just die from, like, anything out of nowhere. But then you can also live through so much. It's crazy what you can live through, and it's crazy how easy you can die. But, the more you can prevent that, obviously the better. The worst case scenario, you hack the finger off, it's good to go. All right, people are saying there's an update on her Instagram. Let's go to her Instagram. Because I've been concerned about it, dude. I've been feeling I've been worried for her. Very worried. That looks crazy. So let's go to her site. I don't know, man. I'm looking at her Instagram now and I don't know. Oh, is this her?
And then I infected.
Dude, why is she eating food like she's sucking cock?
Okay. Gotta stay positive, Basically caught a possibly fatal thing.
What?
Splinter. What more jaw? One more jaw. It's tasty.
Is this the video?
Okay. I love you guys. Thank you for thinking about me. I'm gonna take a nap. Hopefully. They said I might have to go to surgery tomorrow. I came in an ambulance. And then I infected. Okay. Gotta stay positive, Basically caught a possibly fatal thing. A splinter. What were just
A possibly fatal thing. Jesus Christ, that's scary. So I don't know. Somebody said that she posted a video that she was okay eating Mexican food. I don't see a video of her eating Mexican food. Does anybody know where this video is that you're talking about? That's not a video of her. That's a video of her before she went into surgery on the 17th or 18th. That's from like 2 days ago. So that's not an update. So yeah, so she got a splinter backstage. Oh wow. So just like my daughter, just like I told my daughter, I was like, you got to get, oh my God, bro, yeah. So she got a splinter backstage, and she went to surgery 2 days ago, and we're still not hearing an update from her, which is concerning. I feel like that's concerning. Like, I'm concerned. Miro hasn't posted in a week on Twitter. Seriously, I'm really worried. Like, I'm serious. I'm actually concerned. I'm actually worried. It's on her TikTok. Now it's on her TikTok. Jesus Christ. How many fucking places is everybody? Why wouldn't you post it on your Instagram after you posted that? Like, I'm going into surgery. This is bad. Oh, I'm not going to post again. I'm going to post it on Instagram? Come on, I'm scared. Okay, no, I don't see her post. I don't see a post. I see a post of her going into surgery. So no, she posted that she's going into surgery. Oh. Okay, here it is. Out of surgery. Oh. Okay. Where is this fucking posted, though? Oh, Miro posted on his Instagram. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ, guys. Oh, my God. I gotta go to Miro's fucking Instagram to find this out. What? I don't see anything on his Instagram. Where on his... I don't... Dude, people fucking with me, bro. There's no post on Miro's Instagram that I can see. Oh my God, bro. This is like... Can someone link me? Somebody link me to it on Twitter, on a DM somewhere. I cannot find it. Oh my God, bro. That is crazy. Can't find it.
It's my birthday.
The villain.
So you became a member.
What up, villain? How you doing, man? How are you doing, brother? Good to see you, villain. You sexy pants, villain. Thanks for being a member, dude. That is how many months of being a member? That is 48 months of being a member. That is fire. It's in an IG story. It's on Matt Harry's Twitter. I don't believe shit. By the way, guys, we are not at... I'm not even doing a show until we get to 69 likes. Like, what the fuck, everybody? We got to get to 69 likes, like, right now. This is retarded. Like, are you serious, bro? Are you talking about me, bro? All right. We've got to hit 69 likes. Like, I'm pissed off at this point. All right? We got to be better than everybody else. We got to be better than everybody else. You know? Okay, people are sending it to me now. This is how lazy I am, guys. I need you to send me this stuff, okay? Come on. Can we hit 100 likes tonight? All right, let's see. Luis Urdaneta sent it to me. Okay, here we go. WrestleZone. CJ Perry is out of surgery for an infection. Perry in a hospital bed wrote she was out for surgery, and so she's eating Jell-O. And Pro Wrestling News, Miro says his wife, CJ Perry, is out of surgery. She's currently battling a bad infection on her finger that's going up her arm. And so, okay, so she had surgery. I don't know what the surgery was for. Like, they must have been trying to remove something, but I don't know what. And she's out of surgery now and eating Mexican food, like somebody said. And I think what I said might be right. It looks like she's got a big bandage over the finger, so I'm assuming that they Yeah, so I'm assuming that they hacked off, that they went in and cleaned and hacked off a chunk of her skin, maybe? I mean, would you do that? I don't even know. So I don't know what the surgery was. Maybe to remove stuff. Maybe the splinter was in deeper than they thought, and so they had to go in and cut it out. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not a doctor, but I'm assuming that they had to go in and dig around a little bit to remove everything. They might have thought, like, okay, the antibiotics aren't working. There's still little remnants that are in there that are causing the infection to continue and even spread. So maybe that's what it was about. They cut her open and cleaned it out. I'm assuming that's what it is, and they're going to continue treatment with like antibiotics and things like that, and to see if it starts getting better now. And so then the next move now is going to be to see if it gets better. Which man, she's really bandaged up though, so it's going to be hard to look at it to see how it's doing, bandaged up like that. But I just assume that that's what's going to happen. They're going to keep checking it, and if it starts getting better, then she'll get better, and everything's great, and everything worked out. And the antibiotics will start working maybe, and they'll be able to tell that they're working, or this will continue, and I mean, she could end up, staying there a while as they continuously battle it, or it could get worse to where I don't know, they might have to hack something. That's the worst case scenario, obviously. Oh, no, the worst case scenario is, whatever. You don't want to talk about that, but I don't think that's going to happen. I would assume, based on this, that they cut out some of the remnants of whatever was in there, continuing the infection, cleaning out the area, and now dosing her with a bunch of antibiotics and infection stuff, and probably within a week she'll be out of the hospital. Hopefully, that's what that's probably the prognosis or whatever for something like this. But definitely scary, and I don't know, man. That's crazy. But I just hope she gets better. I hope she does well. And I'm worried for her. I'm concerned, but hopefully she's going to be good. Let's go to the chat. If you guys want to donate and support the show, you guys can do that with the link pinned to the top. It's, of course, the Streamlabs link. And we got a donation coming in now from
Shit Bum
Matt Cologne, $5.
CJ.
Oh, come on. Oh, no. No, Matt. No. We're not going to lose CJ. She's going to be just fine. I hope. Looks good. Everything I just said. Hey, Matt Cologne, man, thank you for becoming a $5 shit bum. Matt, thank you, bro. That's at least some gas money and coffee tomorrow. Really appreciate it, brother. Thank you so much. I saw Willy Wonka, or most of it, tonight, and I'll comment on that in a minute. But before I do that, let me just get this out of the way, because we talked about the Lana story already. CJ Perry. Thank you, Louis Urdaneta, who sent me the link, and also All Wrestling Report. D. Welsh, Mr. Bigo Boulevard. Thank you for that. Appreciate the info. Thank you so much. Get hard. Let me check the chat real quickly. We got come on, boys, like the video. Yeah, what are we at here? What are we at for likes? Okay, 69 likes, baby. All Wrestling Report. All right, there we go. Now we're talking, guys. 69 likes. Daddy's happy now. You have the voice of a radio personality, says Evo General. What's up, Evo? Okay. Well, I'm using a crappier mic than usual, so that means that's good, right? If I'm using a mic that isn't usually as good as the big one, and appreciate that. Yeah, I got offered a job on Florida radio for $28,000, but at the time I was making $38,000 in customer service, so I didn't take it. And then I started making like $70,000 on YouTube, so that was 2017, or that was actually before that. So I was like, well, what am I going to go be on the radio and make $28,000 and my family can't live? So, you know what I mean? It didn't make any sense. But, in another world, in another lifetime, when I was 20 years old, that would have been great. get my foot in the door, start working. Dude, that's always what I wanted to do, is be on the radio. But, hey, whatever. There's a big opening in Boston for 98.5 The Sports Hub in the morning show. That'd be great to be on there, but they don't care. And they don't know who I am, so it doesn't matter. But that'd be great. I'd love to go save Sirius Satellite Radio, but they don't give a shit either, bro. They don't care either. That thing needs help, bro. They're gonna pretty soon. Sirius Satellite Radio is gonna start trying to gobble up a couple of YouTubers to put them on there. They've already done it with other things like, Busted Open and places like that, because they need help. That place is dead, but mostly because Howard Stern has become a PG moron, and Opie and Anthony, all their remnants of their show died, and Sam Roberts is not very great at all. And there's just nobody left over there. And anybody that starts doing something that's a little edgy gets taken off the air. So it's a mess. It's a mess, bro. Andre Lavandero is happy we get 69 likes. You know what I mean? It's her on Snapchat. Oh, my God. Jesus. Fuck everybody, bro. Snapchat, Instagram, TikTok, TikTok, Twitter, bleh. I'm going to say a bad word. I'm going to be careful. Kevin7, come on, boys. Like the video. Thank you, Kevin, for pumping everybody up. Stone Cold Bone Grow. What the fuck does that mean? Be thankful for Joe. Okay. Aaron Ziegler, stop being lazy. No, I'm not going to stop being lazy because I'm doing a show and I have no producers and I'm producing so much of the show. I can't produce it all, bro. Why don't you become a producer for free? Because we could literally have X open with this theme.
X gon' give it to you. X gon' give it to you. He gon' give it to you. X gon' give it to you.
X. And then Elon Musk's ex-wife pops up with her face sucking on a banana. Colonel Stutter says, Joe, I got a pic of her finger post-surgery if you want to see how gross it is. Yike. Yeah, send it to me, Colonel Stutters. That's nasty, and I probably don't want to see it, but I do want to see it, so let me see it. They could have given her antibiotics afterwards, too, and maybe with a minor infection, but hopefully it doesn't contaminate her blood. Yeah, that's the thing that's weird. Sad last days for Lana. Yeah, is that guy that makes everything sad last days? Is he not doing that? Sad Last Days, Lana, CJ Perry. Has he done one? Dude, how has he not done this? How has this guy made so many videos called Sad Last Days and he doesn't have a video on this? Wait a minute, maybe his channel's gone. Oh my God. Oh no, here it is. Wrestling News Now, here it is. Wow, this guy doesn't know about CJ Perry. This guy does not know about CJ Perry, dude. Oh my God, dude, he doesn't know about Lana. Look at this. He has no idea about Lana because, look, Rey Mysterio back in the hospital with people with masks on. Rey Mysterio's sad end. I'm gonna pass out, bro. I'm gonna pass out. Rey Mysterio. Final hours. Oh my God. Rey Mysterio, final hours. Oh my God. I'm gonna pass out, bro. I'm gonna die. If I die, it's gonna be my sad last days. Oh my God. The next video before that is Becky in the hospital. Oh my God. I can't take it. I can't take it. I'm gonna die, bro. And this guy has literally, like, Lana, like, her life in jeopardy over an infection that's spreading around her body that could, like, kill her. And he hasn't made a video on this. one is just, there's just no, this one, just Ray in a wheelchair. Ray, this one just says Ray in a wheelchair. Oh my God. Oh my God. I forgot how great this channel is. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay. Look at this one 2 months ago. 2 months ago. John Cena and AJ Styles in hospital. And look at the picture of AJ. He looks worse than Cena, and Cena's in the hospital. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. This is fucked up, dude. This killed Bray. And it's this killed Bray, and he circles Bray Wyatt and then puts an arrow on the car. Oh my God. Well, oh, because he left the defibrillator thing in the car. Oh my God, bro. Oh my God, bro. This guy is sick. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God, dude. Oh my God, I just beefcaked myself from laughing so hard. Let's go back and listen to that. Hold on a second. Pour it. Let's listen to Welsh, Mr. B. But that'd be great. Wait a minute, where is it? This guy is sick. Watch this, watch this. Listen. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God, dude. Oh my God, I just beefcaked myself. Oh, I guess you couldn't hear it. It was funny, though. Okay. Rey Mysterio, final hours. Rey Mysterio, final hours. But that was 4 months ago. This is from 4 months ago. Roman arrested. Oh my God. 5 months ago. Roman Reigns in the hospital. Ugh. I can't deal with it. Oh my God. And this guy is still making videos. He made a video 15 hours ago, and he has not made a video about Lana in the hospital. How is this possible? I'm going to tweet him. I bet you he makes a video now, because I'm literally going to tweet him. How has he not made a video on this? All right, let's see if we can find him. Here he is. I found him. Okay. I'm going to tweet him sad last days. All right, I just tweeted him. And we'll see. We'll see what he says. If he says anything. He's like an Indian guy, probably. He don't like AEW? Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. He could just say Lana. He could be like, Lana's sad day last, The guy's sick, bro. I mean, she's in the hospital. Something could happen, and like you're out there making whatever. But it's like he makes up that people are like, when people go to the hospital for anything, he makes up that they're dying. Like, the guy is crazy. So I expected to see like a photo from this. I am shocked that he did not make a video. Like, because he makes a video, you know, the Bray stuff is pretty weird too. But I mean, like, I guess it's based on fact. So, I don't know. It's just funny that he titles everything Sad Last Days. It's like, that's why I started doing it. Because at this point, bro, it's too funny. You know what I mean? Sad Last Days. Oh my God, bro. It's just too messed up. Spell Lana backwards. Well, we all know what it is. We all want it to happen to us. There's a picture of me and my kids. I don't know why that's in there, but okay. Sad Last Days. You know, you should make a video about me with this picture and say Sad Last Days. Cronin in a car accident. Sad Last Days. That's a picture from like 3 years ago. Why is that on here? What the hell? That's so weird. Oh, Finn looks happy. Sad Last Days. Mostly Cena fans. Yeah, you might be right. So anyway, I saw Willy Wonka and the new Willy Wonka movie tonight, although I missed the last 20 minutes of it because my son, my youngest, was like having breathing problems in the theater, and he was just sick recently. And, you know, we're eating the food there, and I'm like, did he eat peanuts or something? I don't know, you know, if something happened. And I'm like, I was just getting worried about him because he was like saying he didn't feel good. But he was really just, he has a lot of ADD. Like, he cannot sit through a movie. It's crazy. My oldest can, my daughter obviously can, but he is just like, wham. Like, he's got worse ADD than me. Do you know what I mean? So, my mom was there, so I was like, oh, you bring her home. I'm going to take him home right now. Just make sure he's okay. So out of precaution, I left the theater, and I missed the last 15, 20 minutes, probably the last 20 minutes of the movie. Let me tell you something. I'm a big 1971 original Willy Wonka movie, right? Fan. Huge fan of the original Willy Wonka. Most of you guys are. We all are if we grew up in the 80s and 90s and even maybe sooner. My kids love the old one. I love it. I didn't really like the Johnny Depp one at all. I really don't like it. They tried to be more like the book, but it was so Tim Burton-y, hokey, that it didn't connect with me at all, really. I didn't like the songs. I didn't like anything, really. But this movie is in the world of the original movie. So it's still not in the world of the books, really, and as much, and it's not in the world of the Johnny Depp one. It's in the world of the original Wonka while being a prequel. So it's the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory prequel almost. So I like that all the stuff is whatever. And they play the recognizable theme throughout the movie, themes, the most popular songs, which is in the background and stuff like that, which that's kind of cool. But it felt like the movie was written by AI, if that makes any sense. Like, this is the first time that I've watched a movie, and I was like, damn, this literally feels like AI wrote this movie. It feels like somebody typed into ChatGPT, hey, I want to write a Willy Wonka prequel. Write me a Willy Wonka prequel that has familiarity, but also give it the vibe of lots of other classic movies like Annie and a couple other things. Smash it all together and make me a prequel of Willy Wonka. And that's sort of what it felt like. It was weird. It was like I liked it, but it was something. It was just definitely different. Like, it certainly had a more Harry Potter vibe. It was weird. It was like Harry Potter, Annie, and Willy Wonka in the Chocolate Factory, or whatever, had a baby. It was very strange. And I mean Willy Wonka. Willy Wonka was the 1971 movie. Oh my God, bro. That looks disgusting, dude. Oh my God. Why am I looking at this? Looks like chopped up meat. Oh my God, what they did to Lana's finger, I can't even show on stream what they did to Lana's finger. It looks like it's been massacred. It looks like it's being slaughtered by a knife, Lana's finger. I can't even show on stream what her finger looks like. That is nasty, bro. So, yeah, so I don't know. So Willy Wonka, whatever, the movie. So I would give it probably a 6 out of 10, right? Like, I didn't like, I think the Johnny Depp one is like a 5 or a 4 out of 10. I didn't like it. The original from 1971, I love it. I give it like a 9 out of 10, 8 out of 10, something like that, 9 or 8. But like, the songs that are the best are the songs from that movie. So it's like the guy who wrote the music for Willy Wonka originally in 1971, that guy's music is amazing because that's the best part of the movie is his stuff. And I was really starting to get a little bit bored until the Oompa Loompa showed up, so that was big. Oompa Loompa showing up was big. And that's about it. It's really, you know, I didn't see the last 15 minutes or so, so I still got, now I got to go see that, see what the conclusion is. I didn't see it. But so, yeah, it's nice. It's nice, and it's very sweet or whatever, and the songs are all right, but you really won't I don't think I'd ever remember almost any song. The only one song that I liked, that it's memorable to me, kind of, is like, there's a song when he's like with the little girl, and they're like flying through the air in balloons and stuff like that, and that was very nice. I liked that. And that was about it. All the other songs were just like, here comes another song, yay, it's a musical, and I don't remember. And I'll never remember the songs. I don't think. And so it felt like it was written by AI. Like, the little girl is like, oh, I have a locket on my neck that my parents gave me, and someday they'll be back for me. I'm like, that's fucking Annie. Like, and then like Willy Wonka sneaks out of this place in a laundry basket at some point, and I'm like, that's Annie. So like I said, like this would, like, so if you were to give AI references to other musicals, like Bedknobs and Broomsticks, Annie, like Willy Wonka the Chocolate Factory. Okay, now AI make a prequel movie to Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. That's what I mean. Like, there was so many things that was like, that's like super like that other movie. That's like so much like that other thing. But it was not. But it was still good. It was nice and it was okay. I mean, like, I would say, yes, I sort of liked it. But it wasn't. Like, it's not a movie that I'm like, oh, I can't wait to watch that again. You know? Like, it's a movie like, someday again I might watch that again, but the original, you watch it a lot of times. Not just because it's nostalgic, I don't think. It also, it's just, I don't know, it's just a different, it was different. It was different. Well, Willy Wonka probably was supposed to be more, I wouldn't say horror movie, but Willy Wonka was supposed to be a little more edgy and crazy. You know, if you look at the original work. But anyway, I hope you guys click the like button in the end. If you want to support my show, go to patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. And if you really, 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 really want to support the show, become a $25 producer on Patreon. $25 producer on Patreon. We could use some more producers. We'll put your name on the list down below and on the main list, of course, that we show on the show all the time. And you be a $25 producer. And you get access to everything if you do that. But you don't have to do that. You can become a $5 patron, $2 patron, whatever, stuff like that. You don't need to be a $25 producer, but it'd be fucking awesome if you were. Just like all these great producers of the show. And, of course, you'll get access to the Corrupted podcast and all the classic, crazy podcasts that we've done here, and new ones that we continue to do on patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show behind the paywall, that you can download on audio or just play it on your device. Whatever works better for you. Tomorrow night is Thursday Night Football. What did you think of AEW tonight? Leave comments down below. And I think that's it, man. I think that's all I've got to say. I think I've said just about everything I wanted to say. And I'll catch you guys next time. Good night.